You, beloved, who are all the gardens I have ever gazed at, longing, an open window in a country house, and you almost stepped out, pensive, to meet me. Streets that I chanced upon, you had just walked down them and vanished. And sometimes in a shop the mirrors were still dizzy with your presence and startled, gave back my too sudden image. Who knows? Perhaps the same bird echoed through both of us yesterday, separate, in the evening. I'm enchanted by the doors of Paris. They're made of solid grandeur from other centuries. They look like they might be portals, that if I opened the right one, I could enter another world, as in two of my favorite books, and leave this one behind. Today I feel like exploring more of Belle Epoque Paris, which begins with the exquisite restaurant Vagenende. It is named after the Vagenende family who bought this restaurant from the Châtiers in the 1920s, who themselves took over this former 19th century patisserie in 1904. Vagenende has so many of the beautiful Art Nouveau details I love. The gorgeous stained glass ceilings, the decorative flower, leaf, and fruit motifs echo throughout, the curving dark wood accents and brass light fixtures imitating vines, down to the coat racks. Vagenende serves brasserie-type food. I ordered French onion soup to start with and an entree of lamb skewers with a side of ratatouille, all from the menu of the day. It was heavenly. Oh, the onions. The lamb was not gamey at all. I had it medium. The ratatouille was divine. I think I will have to make ratatouille sometime soon now that my confidence with the oven has grown. heard that non-residents are allowed to enter the Mazarine library, so I had to see it for myself. I almost wept when I entered and saw the grandeur, the gold, the books. Oh, the books. Somehow they let me in. It's France, it's Paris, it's liberté, égalité, fraternité, or something like that. Libraries are for everyone. Floor-to-ceiling old books lining this great hall. Old Grecian marble busts standing like sentries among them. Leather-covered wooden tables, wooden chairs, giant gilt chandeliers. The parquet floors, the ancient clock, like Cogsworth. I feel like pinching myself. It's so beautiful. I hear the clock ticking, and yet time has stood still here, it seems. Dim forest green lamps, green cloth hemming the shelves. It's all gold, green, and brown, the richness of it. I wonder if anyone ever asks for the books on the second level near the ceiling. And what's funny too is that they have pictures of books right alongside real ones, as if the city, where one can purchase an ancient leather-bound book at practically every corner, did not have enough of them to fill these shelves. Everyone looks so nonchalant. They are used to old things, ancient things, beautiful things. Bibliotheque Mazarine is the oldest library in the country, originally a private collection of Cardinal Mazarin, Richelieu's successor and prime minister from 1643 and 1661. Cardinal Mazarin built his library by buying entire booksellers' collections or acquiring other private libraries, even going abroad for books. By the mid-17th century, the collection approached 40,000 volumes. During the Fronde uprising of 1648 to 1652, when Mazarin fled Paris and his property was confiscated, this first library was disposed of in a public auction at the beginning of 1652. Once he got back in power, however, like any bibliophile, Mazarin set out to put as much of it back together as he could. To safeguard its future, Mazarin decided to attach the library to a college. And because the library was public, it remained open even throughout the Revolution. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I just got a French library card. I just wanted to sit at one of the tables and write, so I approached the librarian, who spoke no English, but somehow I was able to apply for a 5-day pass, free. Oh, to sit here. It's an immeasurable joy. I can't understand any of the words on the pages, but I am so humbled, so happy to be in this amazing space. It just so happens that I do have a book at least to read in my bag. One is to give the little man their library card and he assigns them a place at a table. If one has a laptop, then one takes a black mat so as not to damage the wood. There are numerous rules, both in French and English, but not one that says I cannot enjoy this space. I'm going to treasure this card my whole life. I will never forget it. I feel like I'm the luckiest girl in the world, and I want to spend my whole day and night here. The clock tolls, but I don't want to leave. afterwards, I wandered around Boulevard Saint-Germain. I found a lovely little garden by a church across from Les Deux Magots and sat on a little bench. An old lady sat across from me and started talking to me in French, but I had no idea what she was saying. It turns out, I figured out later she was telling me not to sit where I was sitting, but to sit on the benches. Then she said, "Police, police," as if I would get in trouble with the police. And indeed, they came around. But the police only told me that they liked my hat and to have a good day. So I don't know what her deal was. I just wanted to sit facing that magnificent Art Nouveau portico, which was built for the exhibition of 1900, and admire it while I sipped my tea. Ways up from the garden, I saw poems, little watercolors, and photographs against the tall iron gates of the church. It appeared to be the work of someone called Yasser Khan. I was turning to go when I see to the side a tall, thin gentleman with white hair looking at me solemnly. I recognized him instantly from the photos on the fence. It was the poet and artist Yasser Khan. I spoke with him a little in English and told him that his work touched me. I wonder if he stands there all day, every day, next to his work. I tried to tell passers-by looking at his work that it was him standing there, but they didn't understand my English. To continue my Art Nouveau exploration of Paris, I made my way to the 7th Arrondissement for period architecture, the first of which is the Lavirotte House on Avenue Rapp. Take a look at this beauty with all its whimsical details. This building was designed by the architect Jules Lavirotte at the turn of the 19th century. Lavirotte entered the building for a competition of the best facades in Paris in 1901 and handily won. Talk about Paris doors being a portal to another world. This one, with the elaborate lintel of a 19th century beauty, and frame adorned with Adam and Eve, as well as the iron dragonfly wings, wins hands down as the gateway to Fantasyland. There's so much to notice here. I could stroll by this building every day and probably notice something different each time. The playful lizards, the light green balcony railings, all the different carved flowers. I wonder if the people living in this stunner of a building ever get tired of people gawking outside their windows. But I don't feel too bad for them. I mean, look at their view. Down the street in Square Rapp is number 3, where Lavirotte lived, as one can guess with the telltale dragonfly wings ironwork on the door and elaborately carved balconies. Even the iron gate enclosing the courtyard has touches of whimsy. The house on Rue Sedillot is now a school but still bears Lavirotte's signature touches. The fanciful iron grillwork covering the door, what appears to be black dragons on the upper balcony, the intricate stone carvings. On my way to my last Art Nouveau building, I made this unexpected discovery. Look at this delightful door. And for the finale, I present you with 33 Rue du Champ de Mars. Isn't she a beauty? Designed by Octave Raquin in 1904, this one is called House of the Lilies for all the intricate carvings. Look at the green leaf doors with the frosted glass, the stone lilies, and my favorite, the dragonfly awning, which mimics the beautiful metro entrances designed by Hector Guimard from this period. After stopping at Carrefour for some groceries, I went home and cooked something I hadn't made for a very long time. Chicken cordon bleu. In fact, I think it's the first French entree I ever attempted. I used to think it was an impressive dish to make, mostly because its Frenchness made my backward, inexperienced self seem sophisticated. Back then I used ham and mozzarella. But in Paris, I'll be using wafer-thin cuts of prosciutto and slices of comte cheese. All I could find at Carrefour were chicken tender cuts, but flattened out and pounded, they will do for small fillets. I don't have a meat mallet here, so... This version will also be completely keto. In place of wheat flour, I'll be using almond flour to coat the chicken and xantham gum to thicken the sauce. I also don't have any toothpicks, so I'll just roll up my fillets like normal, then cook them with the flap side down. Being so small, these little rolls should cook fast. Brown them on both sides, turn the temp to low and put a lid on for about 7 to 10 minutes. Look at those lovely brown bits. Never get rid of the brown bits, they're like gold. Deglaze the pan with a 1/4 cup water or chicken broth or even white wine. Add 2 to 3 pats of butter to the pan. Mix well until all the brown bits have come off the pan. Season to taste with salt and pepper. I then put a very small amount of xantham gum, about 1/8 of a teaspoon, to thicken. You can stop here, but I didn't. I wanted a creamier sauce, so I added a 1/4 cup of creme fraiche and mixed well. I flash steamed and quickly seared some haricots verts as a side, and voila. It's just funny to me how I first made these as a teen with a box of rice-a-roni as a side, never dreaming that someday I will be cooking chicken cordon bleu in a real Paris kitchen. Ah, la belle vie. Till next time, bon appétit!